Hi there. I'm just about to install a second tank to my Jayco Starcraft Outback 2015. And so down here is we have the tank down here, as you can see. The 90 litre, it's about 400 wide, and it's about 1270 long. We've got the stone guard as well, and also the brackets that fit it. So this is, like we said before, the tank we're about to install. Now this is going to go at the back of the van, and if we put the camera underneath here, you can see in here there's the framework from the chassis. Now that tank's 400 wide, so one of these gaps is actually 400 wide as well, so it's going to fit in this one here. So obviously you can see there we've got some pipes to move and some wiring to move as well, so I'll get that done and then I'll show you after. Now with that wire in the way, I have to get a little bit more length out of it, so what I've done is just traced it all the way back towards the front of the van, and then if we move up here, I trace it back to a bit of a junction area, this middle area. There's lots of wires in that, so what I've done, I've just pulled a little bit more out, and hopefully it's enough to bypass the tank. So we chase those wires back to that junction point and cut a few cable ties, and we've actually got now, should be enough room to have those tanks. And I just afterwards got to cable tie a few more points for the wires, and so they're all safe. So that wiring's all sorted and out the way. So now we just got to sort out these John Guest pipes, which actually run to the external shower at the back. So I'll have to cut them and just move them over, probably towards this framework here. We'll run it back there, and then we should be able to fit the tank in. So I'll show that when it's done. So I've just cut those shower hose pipes, and then I'll put a little right angle John Guest fitting on it, so I can direct it round here and through this section up here, and then the shower reconnected. So I've just redirected those hoses for the external shower along that side frame there, so it's looking all neat. And so now we're just ready to get that tank in, and I'll show you after. So just looking at the tank here that's going underneath the van, as you can see here, the stone guard is actually a little bit wider than the actual tank itself. So some people can cut it off, but what we're going to do is actually just bend it up, so then it's actually in a full support, and then we put these brackets around it, and then that will all be done. So I'll just measure it and bend that up, and we'll show you after. So what I've done here with the stone guard is just measured about 400 from this little corner here, and then drawn a texture line with a straight edge all the way along, because we want a nice straight bend on that. Obviously that we need to fit it between the frame of the caravan. So we're just going to use this straight edge here, which we've clamped on, and then we should just bend that little bit, just gradually each time. We'll just go along it and bend it, and I'll show you after. Now this is what it looks like with that little bit bent up now. This is nice little done. Had to use a rubber mallet just to give it a help. So all dead straight, nice there. And then we'll just see now if the tank fits in. So tank fits in there beautifully, nice and snug, and it'll all be protected when it's all up in its little spot. So we'll get that done now. This is where the tank's gonna slot into. Now as you can see too, there's already holes pre-drilled, which makes it a lot easier to install this tank, because the brackets fit from this support to this support here, and then obviously holds the tank up there. I now have that tank up in its position, and with the stone guard on it, one bracket just for the time being, because what I'm going to do before I actually tighten it up and fit it off, just going to put this connection on here so you can fill the tank up, And then after those connections are put on, I will put the other 2 brackets on and tighten it all up, and it's secure. Just about to put those other 2 brackets on for the hold the tank. And I just thought I'll show you what I'm actually using. You can get this from Bunnings. They're just stainless steel, and it's 25mm M8 bolts. And I bought lock nuts for it as well, so then I don't have to worry about it ever coming undone. So that's what we're using for the brackets. All 3 brackets now are installed, and all those nuts and bolts are all tightened and done up. So the tank's actually fitted now, and what we're going to do now is just start plumbing it in. So the plumbing is now all connected. As you can see here, I've just put an end cap on this bit. It's there. Also, I could always add another tank back further in the van, but at the stage it's 1 line in and then 1 line out as well. And then if we come up to the front where the other original tank is, it's all plumbed in through here with different ball valves, so I can actually shut them on and turn them off as well. So I can actually turn that auxiliary tank off, run through the first, then when that runs out I can actually open that up, and I know I've got 90 litres left in the tank. So that's all done, and then my next video will be putting a 12 volt pump in.